Jane, I did say I was going to quote you. We had a little exchange by email yesterday about something else, and you said, and this is another reason I needed a note, because if I'm going to quote the leader of this conference, I better get it right. She said, I really felt after the keynotes this morning that even if it's not perfect yet, the machines are going to learn and take over the backroom stuff so we can focus on higher level knowledge sharing and partnerships for the bigger enterprise. Bingo! That's what we're talking about here. So first, though, let's talk about some of those higher level skills. I took this picture at a benchmarking session at APQC. Who knows APQC? Shout out for APQC. APQC this summer with ConocoPhillips and Rockwell Aerospace, who presented 2 sessions earlier. They're both amazing. And Merck. And we were talking about skills for the future, and Lauren Trees of APQC pulled up this slide that she had given at their process conference. And I would like to point out that this is actually what Jane was saying earlier. The machines can take over the busy work, but we've got to really work on the people work, right? It's the people work, the thinking skills, the critical skills, the facilitation skills. These are actually the skills of the future, because if we're going to be the sense makers, if we're going to be the translators for all that wonderful stuff that the platforms and the AI stuff digs up for us, we need to know our stuff. Is anybody familiar with the Innovator's DNA? It was published, a 6-year report that was published by Harvard Business Review. Okay, it's really cool. And they name the 5 skills that they learned that the world's most innovative CEOs had. And those 5 skills, a couple of them are on here, but they also really reminded me of KMers when I heard them. They are associating, observing, questioning, networking, and experimenting. Does that sound like KM or what? Right? Isn't it our job to teach people to fish out in the organization and to help spread all of these power skills, which is what they called it at ExxonMobil in the previous presentation? They also added collaboration and innovation. I think it is our job. There's a lot of stuff we can do to help the rest of our organizations get ready to be the translators and the sense makers as well.